So what I'm doing is when I make the cut, getting in, I find the hole that's drilled and then walk back up the edge and then start making just a light cut out to the wall, along the bottom, out to the wall, and then just kind of blend the last cut into the cut before it. One other thing that I would recommend is to, especially if you've got wet wood like this, clean the rollers off every once in a while, because they seem to, you know, as it's coming out, you get the fine dust and it kind of cakes up on there, and that's where you're going to get that's where the bar is going to hang. And I found that if I just wipe it off every once in a while, it makes a big difference. Okay, so we're hollowed all the way down. I put just put an edge on this short Sorby scraper to teardrop and put it in so I can basically clean up that bottom groove and then blend that into this curve right here, because I still got to take off some for the bottom and leave myself room for the base. So okay. To this point, the hollowing has all been done. I've got to do some sanding on the outside here and clean up just a little bit on the inside of the opening, so that, because you know every wood turner is going to stick their finger in there to see how far down you got it nice and smooth. Then sand it up and then part it off, and wish me luck with that. Okay, so at this point, I've got this piece. This is the second hollow form project that I'm working on. I got it sanded to 400, and I put it in the microwave a number of times to finish drying it, and that worked really well. I have a microwave down here in the basement that I use just for that. It's an old microwave, and it took enough moisture out of it to where it was, my moisture meter was off the chart about how, you know, when trying to read it, because it was so wet. And I did it just a minute, 2 minutes at a time on full power, and then let it sit, and then you know, did that a couple of times, leaving it to cool down in between, because you don't want it, you could start a fire with it that way, so you just have to be careful. And amazingly enough, on the bottom there was, overnight I had let it sit, and it began to, you know, it moved this way. Basically it kind of shrunk down and moved along the grain this way, so it's a little bit, it's more oval now than it is round, and it started to actually check along the rings here, and it was opening up. I came down and it looked like, I thought it was going to be ruined actually, because there were big cracks opening up right along the grain. You know, they were not huge, but they were big enough where you could see them. And I checked it again. The moisture had come down a little bit more. I microwaved it probably about another dozen times on a minute, and then I would let it sit in there for 10 or 15 minutes and then repeat the process, and I just kept doing that. And now it's down to about 5% moisture content, which is, you know, a little bit pretty average for Midwest time. You know, it's January in the Chicago area, so that's about average. And all the cracks have closed. Everything's sealed back up. There's no light shining through the bottom of it, and it looks like it's ready for finish. Basically, at this point, I'm going to put some sealing wax on it, and then I'm going to buff it with the Beal buffer. I'll use the Rouge, then the White Diamond, but I won't wax it. I'm going to go ahead and lacquer it, and then we'll polish it up from there. So here we go. So there's been a slight change of plans. I just realized that today is the third Tuesday of January, and today is our meeting for the my Woodturners Club. So I'm not going to have time to get a bunch of coats of lacquer on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wax it with the Beal, and just leave it like that for now. And if at some point down the road I decide to do anything more with it, we'll see. So I've put the wax wheel on, and we'll go ahead and wax it up. And I went ahead and signed it, put my signature, and then the type of wood. And there we are, all finished. You can really see the finish that the Beal puts on there in this right now. So there we go. And I'm also going to take a couple of pictures of it, and I'll post a couple pictures of the I've got a little PVC photo frame that I made. I'll post a couple pictures of that as well.